It is Friday, October 13th, and this is kind of my after build, kind of got used to the plane follow-up review. This is my Super Sportster 9120 with the OS 120AX and a 16 by 8 prop on there. And I've got about 20 flights on this or so now. So everything's pretty broke in, and all the nuts and bolts have been tightened that came loose, like the muffler direction bolt that goes through there kind of vibrated loose on me a little bit, and luckily I caught that, so I didn't lose any tank pressure in the air and dead stick or anything like that. I did move the CG back probably about 3/8 of an inch so far from the recommended position, and that has me, when I'm inverted at a 45, just the slightest bit of down pressure to keep the plane going level. So it's still just ever so slightly nose heavy, but it's in a good neutral position, I think, for this type of plane. Slows down real nice for landings. Takeoffs are half throttle, and 75, 100 foot, something like that at half throttle. The plane did not come out super light. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I came in right smack at 11 pounds, and that's with about 3 ounces of lead up in the nose. And the battery was as far forward at that time, so I took and removed some of the lead to get that CG back. So I'm probably an ounce or two under that 11-pound mark now. What can I say about it? I mean, it just stalls are just real predictable. It doesn't tip stall or anything like that. You just, it just drops a nose and mushes forward, and does really well. It's super expected. There's no bad habits. I would say it probably is lacking a little bit of rudder authority from a knife edge standpoint, but that could be somewhat due to my inexperience level still. Trying to keep it on its edge and not bust it in the ground, basically, is what it comes down to, because I like this plane a lot. It just flies really well. I can't say enough good about the Super Sportsters. This is the second one I built. I built a 60 size, probably 20 years ago, and that plane was an excellent flyer. And this was just a little bit bigger version, and just a little bit more exciting and a little quicker. And it just it does really well. So there's a couple out there you catch them on eBay every now and then. Certainly this size is still available through one of the laser cutting services. Offers a short kit, and I can't think of which one it is. It might be LaserWorks, I forget. I'll look it up and post a link in the description. But other than that, so far this has been just an awesome plane. I can't complain about it at all. As far as your first low wing entry into aerobatics, this plane is probably a really good way to go if you're into the scratch building side of things, and you want something that's a good size plane. Dimensions on it, just for anybody who's not knowledgeable of it, it is a 72-inch wingspan, and it's about 65 inches long. And I fit it in a passenger car, you know what I mean? So I fold the seat down, it fits in the trunk of a Taurus. So it's not ungodly big where you can't manage it or anything like that. The colors I picked are awesome to see. In the sunlight, you have no doubt what side's up, what side's down. The bottom is that same orange you see in the pinstriping. So it's super high vis. So if you got older eyes, the fluorescent or neon green and orange the monocoque has, or red, whatever it was, is really easy to see. So that's it. I'll be doing a few more builds coming up. I've got a Ultra Sport 1000 on deck. I've got a SIG 4-star 60 that I'm building currently, and I've also got a giant Super Aeromaster biplane that I'll be working on in the next several months. So I hope to keep posting some videos and keep the building part of the hobby going, and sharing my methods and techniques along the way. Thanks a lot.